I was one of those kids that was always running around in the creeks looking for frogs and turtles and stuff like that. Those were my two favorites. And I would bring them home and ask Mom if I could keep them, and of course she'd say no. So I'd have to set them free. But I loved looking for animals, and I never really outgrew that phase. So I went off to college and studied zoology, which is the science of animals. And I also had a rock and roll band on my free time because I've loved music since I was a little kid too. And after college, I figured out a way to get those two things together. So I used to work for a zoo, and I was an education director. And I was charged with keeping the kids entertained when they got off the buses. So we'd take a tour of the zoo, and I'd do some educational presentations. And I just found that storytelling and music were great ways to keep them entertained. The kids loved it. The teachers appreciated the fact that I'd worked the science into the songs and stories. So.
It works together, we can bring them back. We can bring them back. Yeah, we can bring them back. Alright, now we gotta do the bald eagle. Look at a ball.
I mean, I just do whatever it takes to make them have a good time and to associate that experience with science. You know, you really can't teach that much in 45 minutes, but you can make it as fun an experience as possible and make sure that they associate science with fun, with interest, and think about it as something they'd like to learn more about.
Me and my cousin gonna soak up a whole lot of water, keeping things balanced, like living on a teeter-totter. Our roots go down in the spongy mud, like a quick I pick it up, and we're soaking up a mighty flood. Come on down, visit, canoe through, you're gonna see us standing tall, wiggling at you, here we go. Oh yeah, alright, here's your part now. We were living in a wetland, wetland, wetland. You got it, right there where the water meets the dry, dry land. Oh yeah, we're living in a wetland, wetland, wetland. Sounded good, I'm talking about all the herons, alligators, and clams. That's right.
So yeah, the best part of my job is really just watching those kids light up. Every day it's something a little bit different. They'll be laughing all the time, they're going to be singing, but every once in a while you really feel like you've made a connection with the kid, especially those kids who are really into animals and really into science and learning. They'll come up and ask me questions about gorillas or whales or whatever they're interested in, and it ranges all over the place. So, you know, I've been really fortunate in my career now, having done this for about 20 years, to actually have some kids write to me who've gone on to study animals and gone on to work with science. And it's really fun for me to hear from those guys and to know that it made a bit of a difference in their lives. You know, that's the ultimate goal, is to write a song that makes them pay more attention to the natural world.